Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick video for you today, and this is involving the peas that are pre-soaked and then are sowed and I've had grown on throughout the course of late winter. And there's some peas coming on over here. There's some peas coming on over here as well. And there's also some that I've set into some larger containers, and these ones are going to be for some fleece lined wigwams outside. But that's them ones right there, and they're going to be given some protective cropping from some fleece. And these ones I'm going to keep on with the glass protection, and I'm going to grow these on as a crop under the cover of glass for some extremely early pea harvesting. So that's them right there. And if you see people sow peas really early and sow them into cells such as this, or pots such as these, and I did pre-soak these and then I sowed them into the pots, but I've seen people put them into cells like the one that you see these walking onions in over here, and also I see people doing it into little cells like this. But when they do it early, they douse them in water, and in the depths of winter for early sowings, if you just sow peas straight into compost and then water, then they will do nothing but just rot away. They'll rot away because they don't like to sit in cold compost. So I pre-soaked these peas that you saw us post pictures on me community post about, and these peas have not rotted and haven't been subjected to cold temperatures. And even though it's only the middle of March, I've got some pea plants to be working with, and I'm going to do a second sowing of some more Kelvedon Wonder peas. And if you just look in this little jar right here, you'll see me second sowing of peas that I'm going to do. And I'm going to do these down the allotment in some house guttering that you get at the top of houses, and I'll allow these to grow on, and then I'll plant them out in the rows from the guttering, and I'll just gently slide them into the rows, and I'm going to grow them in sometime in April. But there's my second sowing of peas, again when the weather's cold, to avoid the pea rotting when you sow it, just like these ones and those ones. So pre-soaking peas for early crops and early sowing at a time of year where the weather's cold and the nights are cold, and the peas do not like to sit in wet and cold compost. Pre-soaking them first to get them shoots going means that the shoot takes over and the germination has already occurred in the water here, and then you'll end up with this, and you won't get any losses, just like you saw from the cells that I started the peas on with. And now look, peas are growing in the middle of March. When the weather's cold and for early sowings, pre-soak those peas, folks. Really makes a difference, and you don't get losses, and you get this and this and that, and then you can experiment and do what you do with them. Like I say, some of these larger ones are going to be growing on until sometime in early April, And then I'm going to make some wigwams, put the peas in when they've outgrown these pots here, and fleece them up until they really get going sometime in the middle of April. And these ones right here are going to be for some greenhouse growing, for really super duper early peas. And I'll show you the other ones at the allotment, because I've got some down there as well that are also growing. And then I've got to set away my second sowing a few weeks after the first ones. And then when I've seen these popping up, the rate of growth increases, and when these pop out of the surface of the compost, I would then start off my next ones and just keep on going and have a lovely continuous supply of peas. Pre-soak when the weather's cold. Put them into cold compost and then dousing them with water does not work. They will rot, which these ones haven't. Much love, everyone. Treat peas with respect, because they are quite intricate and they are quite soft at this time of year. When the weather's warmer, you don't have to do this, but when it's cold, this really helps. Take it easy, everyone. Catch you on the next one.